Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the oldest and most mind-bending questions in philosophy, the Ship of Theseus. If you've ever wondered, what makes you, even when everything about you changes? Or, is an object still the same if every single part of it is replaced? Then buckle up, because this thought experiment takes us from ancient Greece all the way to AI, digital identities, and even Marvel's WandaVision. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see that the Ship of Theseus isn't just some dusty old puzzle. It's actually about our everyday lives. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you never miss a deep dive into life's biggest questions. Life isn't just yours, it's everywhere, it's everything. And we're here to explore it all. Be curious and stay curious. Let's start at the beginning. The Ship of Theseus comes from ancient Greece, written down by Plutarch. Here's the story. The Athenians wanted to preserve the ship that carried the legendary hero, Theseus, but over time, the wooden planks began to rot, so one by one, they were replaced with fresh pieces of timber. Eventually, every single piece of wood had been replaced. And here's the burning question. Was it still the same ship? Later, the philosopher Thomas Hobbes added a twist. He asked, what if someone gathered all the original planks and rebuilt the ship from scratch? Now we'd have two ships claiming to be the real Ship of Theseus. So, which one is the true ship? This, my friends, is the paradox. Now, you might be thinking, okay, cool story, but why does this matter? Well, it matters because it's really asking, what makes something the same over time? And here's where it hits home. The same question applies to us. Think about it. Almost every cell in your body gets replaced over time. The person you were at 10 years old, 20 years old, or 40 years old, you're physically different, mentally different, emotionally different, but you still say, I'm me. So are you still the same person? Or a whole new one? That's why the Ship of Theseus has fascinated thinkers for over 2,000 years. It's not just about a boat, it's about identity itself. Philosophers have tried to answer this in different ways. Let's break them down. 1. Material continuity. Some say identity lies in the original material. So if you rebuild the ship with its original planks, that's the real ship. Problem: our bodies replace cells constantly. By this logic, are we not the same people anymore? 2. Formal continuity, structure, and function. Others say it's the structure that matters. If the repaired ship still functions as the same ship, then it's Theseus's ship. That's like saying a government remains the same even though leaders and buildings change. 3. Psychological continuity. When it comes to people, identity might rest in memory, personality, and consciousness. We stay the same because we carry a story of ourselves. Without memory, though, who are we for? Relational identity. Finally, some say identity depends on recognition. Something is the same if society treats it as such. The ship is Theseus's because we all agree it is. So which one's right? Well, maybe all of them, or maybe none. All right, let's bring this ancient paradox into the modern world. In technology and AI, imagine uploading your mind into a computer. Is that copy still you? What if the original you disappears? Which one is the real person? In medicine, organ transplants, prosthetics, even brain surgery, how much can you replace before you stop being the same person? In culture, traditions like holidays or festivals often look nothing like they did centuries ago, but we still call them the same. In digital life, your online identity, your avatars, usernames, social media profiles constantly evolve. If you change everything about your online self, is it still you? Suddenly, the Ship of Theseus isn't just a thought experiment, it's our reality. And of course, you've probably seen this paradox pop up in stories and movies. In Marvel's WandaVision, Vision literally debates the Ship of Theseus to ask who he really is. In Blade Runner and Ghost in the Shell, the question becomes, if you replace your body with machines, are you still human? And in literature and art, countless characters undergo total transformation yet remain tied to their past selves. This shows how deeply the Ship of Theseus resonates with us, not just as philosophy, but as storytelling. So what's the big takeaway here? The Ship of Theseus teaches us that identity is complex. It's not just about materials or structure or memory. It's a mix of all of them. Continuity matters. Whether it's physical, psychological, or cultural, continuity is what ties us to our past. Narrative defines identity. More than anything, it's the story we tell that makes us say, this is the same person or object or culture, and maybe that's the answer. Identity doesn't change. When parts change, it changes when the story changes. So, when does identity really change? Maybe the real question is, when do we decide it has changed? Alright, that's the Ship of Theseus. From ancient ships to AI, from culture to Marvel superheroes, this paradox follows us everywhere. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think? If every part of something changes, is it still the same? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your takes. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button so more people can discover this video. Subscribe for more fascinating explorations into philosophy, science, and identity. And share this video with a friend who loves a good mind-bending puzzle. Thanks for watching. Be curious, stay curious.